Hello guys, I'm back after a tiny break, and the first video I wanted to do is sharing my thoughts on balancing. I think everyone knows that I've played a lot of this game. I have like 26 days. A lot of it is in competitive, and from all that experience, what I found out is that survivors are way too strong. Just survivor is way too strong, and killers cannot keep up. So that's why I want to make a video sharing my thoughts on how I would balance every survivor so that the game would feel fair for both sides. So let's begin with Noob. For Noob, I would decrease item usage duration on blocks Cola and Ghostburger to 2 seconds. Right now, both of them have 2.5 seconds and Ghostburger has 2.2 seconds. I think this is just a nice quality of life change that would make Noob feel better to play, while not totally breaking them. And other than that, there's nothing to change about Noob. They're a really good balanced character, so that's about it. 7 and 7. While a clone is out on the map, Inject now controls whether it runs or walks instead of changing the control type. Inject gets the usual effect after the clone stops existing on the map. So right now the problem with N7 is that there's not much to the character, so it's really easy to counter him, because his whole gimmick is mind games, but the only mind game that he has is just going around the wall and setting a clone, and then just basically playing a 50-50. And also, one more change is that after using a clone, the N7 turns into a plain great survivor. This is just so dummy is not just overused, because no one's using any other skins, let's be real. Moving on to Shidetski. Make fried chicken heal 25 instead of 40 HP. So Shidetski will go from 180 HP to 150 HP. I still think it's gonna be very strong because you practically can heal 2 M1s at the same time. Getting it lower will probably be a little bit too much. And then make fried chicken have a sound indicator similar to Elliot's. I don't know why that's not in the game. That's just kind of stupid when you're maybe on a check spot and then he uses chicken and you don't really notice it because there's no sound indicator, so you always have to watch the UI. And then make fried chicken heal way slower. That's because you shouldn't use that in chase. How you should use chicken is you go support a teammate, you take some damage, and then you go away, and then you heal, and you come back to support more. Shidetski already has an insane self-sustainability. He does not need a second one. Moving on to 2 time. Adjust the hitbox so that Labdance isn't possible. Labdance is very just RNG based. It's all ping reliant. And then buff front stab to give helpless for at least 1.5 seconds. Because right now, even if you are purposely going for a front stab, you're most likely going to get yourself killed. Because it's only 1 second, so by the time they recover from that, you're just gonna get walked down and killed. So moving on to Chance. Honestly, there's not much I would suggest for Chance. Obviously, the only thing I would want is for Chance to be completely worked, because luck reliant character is just it's dumb, please. Guest 1337. Honestly, there's nothing to change. Ever since they adjusted the logic on how his abilities function against Noli, this character has been perfect. Just perfect. Don't change anything about Guest. Same for Taff as well. Taff is extremely balanced. Nothing should be changed about him. Just very good character overall. Ducart. Make beam function similar to Slate Skin, where if you have low overhealth, you will take damage to your main health if you get hit. So right now, the way overhealth works is no matter how much overhealth you have, any damage you will receive, it will not, the leftover damage, will not carry over to your main health. So say you have 5 overhealth, you get M1'd by a cool kid, the 5 overhealth will be gone, but the rest of the 27 minus 5 damage, the 22 damage, it's not gonna apply to your main health. With Slate Skin, if you have 5 health on Slate Skin and you get hit, you will take damage, 5 damage on your Slate Skin, then the other 20 damage to your main health will also apply. But with Ducart, this is not a thing for some reason, so this is just very weird. I don't know why it's like this. I think what you could do is just make the overhealth 30 HP and then just make it function exactly like Slate Skin, and I think that would be fine. Builderman. Cooldowns for buildings start counting down when they get destroyed rather than when they get built. So this is just such a no-brainer. Why do cooldowns start regenerating when you just build something? You could place down a sentry, get value out of it, it gets broken, and then you put it down right after it's broken. Elliot. What is Elliot's main problem? Too much reward, too little risk. So here are the changes I would suggest. Base heal value is at 20 HP. Used to be 35. 35 is a little crazy, so I'm moving it down to 20. 25% of the 20 HP is healed immediately, and then the 75% is healed over 2.5 seconds. Give a slight buff to order up, where instead of giving 8 max HP, it gives 10 HP max. But the way you acquire the stacks is also a little different, so you can still get them by doing the gen, but you can also get them by being in chase. So for every 12 seconds that you're in chase, your heal efficiency gets increased by 2 HP. So your heal can go from 20 HP to 30 HP. And so when Elliot gets targeted, which is extremely common, like Elliot is the most stupid survivor, very impactful, killers always want to get rid of Elliot's first. Now if that happens, this passive still can be used to support your team. Rush Hour now gives slowness 1 for 3 seconds after being used. In the past, the way this debuff would apply is it would give you slowness 1 for 2 seconds. Why did I decide to make it 3? It's because this effect is pretty much insanely dog shit, and 2 seconds of it will literally do nothing. Because right now, they give too much reward, too little risk. And I think these changes still keep Elliot a good character, while also making them somewhat hard to play. Because you need to now be strategic about how you use Rush Hour, and your teammates also need to be careful about how they take damage, because your heal doesn't heal half of their HP now, it's only a third of their HP.